Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Lynn from Feather Song Crochet. And this month, the month of March, spring is in the air. I'm so ready to try some new things. Today and every Wednesday throughout March, we're going to try something new with yarn, not crochet, but things you can do by yourself with your kids, just something different and fun. And you need very little supplies for this. Most things you probably already have in your home. So let me show you what you need and we will get started on week one. All right, folks, this is all you're going to need for what we're doing today, which is basically, it's called yarn art. I have some scraps of yarn in some different colors. I chose fall colors because I like fall colors, but unbelievably, I have no orange, which is my favorite color. I do have this rust color, which will do. And you need scissors, of course, some glue, and some cardstock paper. This is kind of a light pink, and it's got a texture on the front. And I cut it to 8 by 10. They recommend something not too thin of paper so that, because you're going to be gluing on yarn. So get some cardstock. And then also I drew out just a little brief abstract test of how I want mine to look. So that is it. Let's get started. I'm a little nervous because I haven't tried this before. We are doing this together. I watched a few videos on how to do this, and it looked pretty simple. So let's try. Oh, also I laid down a newspaper, so I went and get glue all over my dining room table. Okay, so let's start. Let's see what happens. So I'm just going to make just a squiggly line here, like so. Whoops, didn't get totally all this here. And let's start dark. I got some dark brown. So you put the glue down, you cut your yarn, you gently tap it into the glue. I might need a thinner line of glue. But this is acrylic. This is all acrylic I'm using. You could probably use any yarn, I imagine. And you can make it as simple or as complex as you like. Oh, you know what I forgot here? I found a ruler. We're just going to use this for now, just to kind of get it in there. But really, if you're doing, I'm going to do a couple of browns on here. Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to bunch up a little. Whoopsie. But I think the idea is to, I'm sure the idea is to have fun with it. And then, like I said, this is going to be an abstract one. They had some really cute ones online, all different colors, all different types. And you know what? You probably also need a rag to wipe off your glue off your fingers. Okay, I went and got a rag and those little sticks that you find in your the polyfill bags. So I'm going to use that instead of the ruler to kind of, oh, that works better. To kind of go around my edges like so. Okay, whoopsie. I need a little more glue here. Next, I think I'm going to add red. So let's do a couple things of red. And while we're doing this, we could just chat a little bit. It's too late for coffee for me. I don't drink coffee after noon, but I do have a Mountain Dew up there, which is probably about the same difference. But I'll probably be sipping on my Mountain Dew as we're working here. Come on, glue. I just bought this today. Come on. As you can see, I'm kind of a little bit sloppy. I'm right-handed, and if you've seen my other videos, you know that I broke my right elbow a couple years ago in 2023. Why isn't this coming out? This is frustrating. And there we go. And after I broke my elbow, I had 3 surgeries to fix it. And the first 2 didn't work. The last one finally did, but it left me not only with scars, but I had to retire from my job as an occupational therapist because you're supposed to be able to lift 50 pounds. That's pretty much every OT job I've ever had. And I couldn't. I was on lifting restriction for 10 pounds. I think that's why he waited so long to do the actual replacement surgery, because he knew what my job was. My doctor knew what my job was, and he knew that I couldn't do it anymore if I had a replacement. So that's my sob story about my arm. So it's still a little shaky, and sometimes I kind of have to hold it. But yeah, I worked for 33 years as an OT, mostly in the state of Illinois. I currently live in central Illinois, as some of you know. And I did home health, which I loved. Love doing home health. Like seeing people in their home and helping them do things in their home that they needed to do, and they needed therapists to help them along the way sometimes. So that was my job. I loved it. And so I retired a little bit early, earlier than I wanted, but that's okay. It's really got to be okay. As my shirt says, keep calm and carry on. All right, let's go move down to a kind of a, I think this color is called Peach Melba. But it's a light rust color. Let's try that. Do a couple of those. Yeah, the hardest thing I'm finding to do is putting the glue on correctly because of the incoordination in my right hand. And not only that, I have numbness in my pinky. My ulnar nerve was damaged, so I have numbness in my pinky all the way up my elbow. My hobby before this and my business before this was glass. I was a glass blower. And I have a torch in my basement and a kiln, and I would make pendants and figurines and all kinds of neat stuff, and I love doing that. But again, after this elbow injury, it was like, well, Lynn, it's kind of dangerous working with hot glass when you can't feel it on one side of your hand, on your dominant hand. And I didn't want to burn myself, and I didn't want to mess everything, I didn't think I'd be coordinated enough to do it. The torch gets to be 2200 degrees where the flame comes out. And I thought, oh boy, that is not going to be safe. I mean, I've burned myself before, but I thought I'll have trips to the hospital if I try to continue to do this. So that's what concerned me. So I stopped my glass work, and my business was named Feather Song Glass. Well, I just kept the Feather Song, and so now I'm Feather Song Crochet. And let's see if I can fix this little hump right here. Ooh, it's a little tricky, but it's kind of fun. I'm enjoying this. I hope you guys are too. If you're doing it with me, or if you're just watching and chatting along, please comment below. Let me know if you like this. I hope you like the next 3 things we're going to do also. Next Wednesday, well, I'm not going to give it away, but next Wednesday you will only need, let's see. No, I'm not going to give it away. It's probably something you already have on hand. I think it's all things you're going to have on hand, and it's really cool. So I hope you like that one too. All right, let's put a piece of brown on top just for fun. So this is supposed to be a little spiral up here. I guess that'll work. And I'm just going to keep on going, and we will talk some more. So let's see. Going back before I broke my elbow, I was married for 22 years, and my husband was a psychologist. He died suddenly in 2018 with a massive heart attack, and it was pretty horrible. And my daughter had just started her senior year of high school, so that was a hard time for us. Of course, very hard. And she's been to some college classes, but is still having some difficulty with all of that. So I'd appreciate all your prayers for her. She's my girl. We actually adopted her from Ukraine back in 2003. She was a year and a half. Gosh, she was so cute. Well, she's still cute, but you've seen her. She's still cute. Um, at the orphanage, and she was a year and a half. Um, it seems like a long time ago. So we had quite a journey there and back, and since then, um, like I said, I worked for a couple of years after that, and then, broke that silly elbow. Uh-oh, got a piece that came loose here. A rogue piece of brown. Get in there. Okay, so I think you guys kind of get the idea of how this goes. I'm going to let some of this dry for a little bit, and I will be back. Okay, folks, this is a longer project than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to try to finish up tonight. This is Tuesday. I'm hoping to have it uploaded tomorrow, Wednesday, so you can see it. But I'm going to work on this tonight and finish the video and edit it. So hopefully tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, you will see the finished product. But basically, you can see how it goes. And you just cut, when everything's dry, you cut off the edges. You cut off around the edges. And there you have your beautiful piece of yarn art. So I'll be back later for joining me today. I'm sorry we didn't get it done, but you get the basic idea. It's not hard. It's just time consuming. And this is what I have so far. It's turned out kind of cute so far, my little abstract yarn art. So hopefully I will get it done before we meet next time. And I'll show you the picture of the completed project. And stay tuned next Wednesday. I will get started earlier on our project so I can. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe below. And until next Wednesday, I will see you later.